With season 2 of X-Men 97 on the way, I've been sitting here thinking, one thing I need them to keep doing is whatever they did to Jean Grey. Because for years, Jean had me confused as fuck. Not because she wasn't powerful, because every time she used her powers, she acted like she just worked a double shift at FedEx, ran a marathon, and fought for her life in a Walmart parking lot. I'm talking about one telepathic conversation and sis would be bent over, holding her head like she just got hit with a migraine from the pits of hell. No lie. Jean would move a lamp with her mind and immediately need a nap. Somebody says, Jean, can you scan the area? Jean collapses dramatically onto the nearest couch. Ma'am, like, be so fucking for real. Aren't you supposed to be one of the strongest mutants on the planet? Dare I say the universe? Because the math ain't mathing. But then X-Men 97 showed up and said, enough of this nonsense. This Jean is out here reading minds, throwing sentinels around, protecting her family, surviving absolute chaos, and still standing 10 toes down. No random fainting, no grabbing her forehead every 17 seconds, no looking like her powers are being powered by the last 3% of an iPhone battery. Just straight business. And thank you, because I've always hated how some adaptations treated Jean like the mutant equivalent of a delicate flower. Baby, this is the woman who becomes the Phoenix. The Phoenix, y'all. A cosmic force of nature capable of eating stars looked around the universe and said, yeah, that's her. That's my girl. But somehow, previous versions of Jean couldn't send a group text through telepathy without ending up unconscious. Make it make sense. What I loved about X-Men 97 is that Jean actually feels scary. Like scary as fuck. She feels powerful. She feels like somebody you absolutely do not want problems with. And not somebody who needs an electrolyte packet every time she uses her telekinesis. Now, don't get me wrong. Every character should have limits. But there's a difference between having limits and looking like you're about to file for disability every time you use your powers. It's literally a waste. For once, Jean got to be exactly what comic book fans have been telling us she is for decades. An absolute powerhouse. So season 2, I'm begging y'all, keep this Jean. Because if we go back to watching her pass out after moving a coffee table with her mind, I'm going to assume Professor X cut the healthcare budget again. And honestly, that sounds like something Charles would do.